She really never had a home. Greater than me and my father didn't get along. Greater than announcer. Did defending her daughter-in-law. Greater than? I know he can be violent. He's been violent toward Kayla. Greater than announcer. Put herself in the line of fire. Judge Judy is your claim assaulted you with the door to his truck. Greater than, he had his fist drawn back. He threw that door open like he was mad. It was so hard. It knocked me back a couple of steps. He should be held liable for this. Greater than Judge Judy. Ms. Deckard, your son is Marietto, the defendant's daughter. Greater than yes. Greater than Judge Judy. And they're both very young. Greater than yes. They are. Greater than Judge Judy. They started a date when they were 14. Greater than yes. Greater than Judge Judy. Is that what I gather from the papers? Yes. Greater than Judge Judy. And you did note a proof of that. Greater than correct. Greater than Judge Judy, ultimately. Your approval wasn't necessary. Greater than correct. Greater than Judge Judy. And your daughter and the plaintiffs sounded Mary. And they have a child. Correct. Greater than Judge Judy. How old is that child? It's less than a year old. He was born last year. Greater than he's actually 4 months old. Soon to be 5, Judge Judy. And they live with you. They did. Greater than Judge Judy. They live on their own now. They're actually going through a divorce. My son lives with me. She lives with friends. But we're still cordial. Greater than I. Live in Gosport. Greater than Judge Judy. Don't speak well. So right now, if they're going through a divorce and they're young and they have a child. He was right. Greater than probably. But we still have a child. Greater than Judge Judy, whether they have you a child or not. Mr. Dawson was right. Greater than yes. Greater than Judge Judy. That until you're financially and have a level of maturity. You're not supposed to make a baby. It's because if you make a baby in, you are not maturing. You can't make a living in. You have no other support. Then the baby ends up not having a good beginning. You understand that? Yes. Greater than my son does have a job, though. He does work. Greater than Judge Judy. Good for him. Butu do have to understand that I am only going into this because I have a feeling that it involves the incident in this case that it was Sayer's mistake in allowing Thembeth to move in with you. Greater than she was pretty much homeless, going from home to home, and so her therapist said that by moving in with me, it was the most stable shben in years. It was suggested that she do so. Greater than Judge Judy, she left home. Greater than. It's not that she left. She really never had a home. Greater than Judge Judy, you mean she didn't live with her father? No, not for quite a long time. Greater than Judge Judy. How old was your daughter when she left home? She was 16. Greater than Judge Judy, and was she leaving with you up until she was 16? Yes. Greater than Judge Judy, full time. Yes. Greater than she was not. Your Honor, she's here to testify to that fact. Greater than Judge Judy. I'd like to hear it. Tell me your first name. Greater than Kayla. Greater than Judge Judy. Kayla, your mother and father live together? My mother lives in Ellettsville, and my father lives in Coal City. Greater than Judge Judy. So who did ya grow up living with? From home to home. Greater than Judge Judy. Whose home? Toho's home. My uncle's. My friends. It was just wherever I could stay at because me and my father don't get along. Greater than Judge Judy. You and your father don't get along. But you were a living in his house. And the problem was you didn't get along because of what? Just of anything. He would either make over silliest arguments ever. And he would yell at me, put his hands on me before, and I was done with it. So I never wanted to be at the home. Greater than Judge Judy. And when you were 14, you started a relationship with the plaintiff's son. Greater than yes. Greater than Judge Judy. And at that time, you were living in your father's house. Greater than yes. Greater than Judge Judy. Your father didn't agree with that relationship happening. Greater than he was okay with it. Greater than Judge Judy. Were you okay with it? Eh? Ms. Deckard. They were kids, and kids date. I was fine at that time with it. Yes. Greater than Judge Judy. And you're 18 years old, and you have a Bobby. Which means you become her pregnant when you were 17, yes. Greater than Judge Judy, and whose home were you living in when you were 17? I was living with Ms. Deckard, greater than Judge Judy. So she let Yoma in when you were a minor. Greater than yeah. Greater than Judge Judy. ... Into the house one, you became pregnant. Greater than, it was before I was pregnant. Greater than Judge Judy. Then, as a minor, you became pregnantine. Ms. Deckard's house. Greater than yes. Greater than Judge Judy. Now you can sit now. This incident cameus, a result of what I gatherus, some sort of a document. Greater than yes. Ma'am, greater than Judge Judy, ... That I fear you, or you wanted your father to zine. Maybe you'd best stand up. Again, what was the document? It was a Social Security document. Greater than Judge Judy. That said what? It was a waiver stating I was running off of his disability. And I got a Social Security check. That's all I needed. Greater than Judge Judy. Okay, so you're not disabled. Greater than? No. Greater than Judge Judy. Your father is disabled. Greater than? Yes. Greater than Judge Judy. So as part of his disability, his minor children got a Social Security check. Greater than yes. Greater than Judge Judy, is that right? Yes. Greater than Judge Judy. And how much was the amount of that Social Security disability? It was $540 greater than Judge Judy per month. Yes.